Hello Pisces, this is Olivia from Dawes Tarot. I am here to do your second week of November reading for November the 8th through the 14th. I only listed as September, or the week 2, I think is the way I listed. I hope everything is going well with you guys. I hope you're staying safe. Just a quick reminder, remember that these readings that I do are general readings. They're not specific for one person, so not everybody's going to resonate, or it's not going to make sense to everybody, the reading. If you're a Pisces, it might not make sense to you, so that means you just let it go and check with other tarot readers. Not that I don't want you to do that, but just do it if you're really looking for something that's more specific. Either that, or what I also suggest is look at your rising, your moon, and Venus signs. And remember, there's a chart in that description box below, and there's a link that you just click on that and you fill in a couple of things so that they know what your date of birth is and where you were born and what time you were born. Those are the 3 most important things to know in order to get a very accurate birth chart reading. And it'll show you the birth chart, and it'll even have a description of each of the categories. But all you need is the birth chart. If you want to snap a picture of that when it's on your phone, that's what I do. I just snap a picture of mine, and I know I can look at that anytime I want to see what my birth chart looked like at my time of birth, and I have a program that I can compare it to the nowadays, like today's. Blend the 2 together and it tells me more information, but I might link that later. I don't know if I have the right to do that or not, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started and see what you're up to, Pisces. What is going on with Pisces? Pisces, the moon, and in the actual zodiac sign, it's the fish, the 2 fish. Both fish their tails are tied together, one to the other, and what it means for Pisces is that there's always a decision that has to be made, and it's like having 2 fish. One wants to make this decision, and the other one's pulling on the tail of the other one, wanting to make this decision. It's like, in other words, Pisces has a really hard time making decisions, which is okay. Nothing wrong with it. So let's see if we can get the first card to pop out for you, Pisces. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Ooh, 5 of Swords. Now this talks about 5 of Swords. That's like mental battles. It's like struggling with other people in your life that they don't see things the way you do. It also talks about leaving people behind as well. You might be at that stage in your life where you're wanting to just cut out people that don't serve you. And I don't mean serve you like in a worshiping kind of way. I'm talking about they don't offer you anything that helps you grow. Because the main reason we're here is to learn and to grow. And it looks to me like you're cutting out people that don't have any need in your life anymore. And this card is a permanent cut. It's not something where these people are going to come back and you're not going to ask them to. Once you cut these people, this card is telling me it was a loss and there's no going back. Wow. These are trying times, and maybe sometimes that's what we have to do for our own sanity. Oh my gosh, the 2 of Cups. There may be somebody in your life that you feel connected to. It could be a soulmate connection, but not necessarily at this point, because this can also be a partnership between 2 people. 2 people that have the same mind thoughts. They they connect, they complete each other in a sense. Sometimes they say they even look a lot alike. But there's definitely somebody that's close to your heart, or it could just be a work partnership as well. Oh, you've been struggling with something that is heavy. It may have something to do with moving or not being settled in one specific area. Or maybe you live in multiple homes or something. Something is causing you to have a lot of, I don't call this anxiety, I just call it a burden, which is really what the card is called. There's something that's really weighing you down. And you may not be sharing it with anybody. And the reason why I say that, if you notice this card, this person that's carrying those 10 wands, he can't even see. I mean, his hands are holding those wands. He's like blindfolded. He doesn't even know which direction he's going in. And he could easily stumble over something. And remember, 10s are endings. So this is an ending situation, this heavy burden. Whatever that means to you. There's a heavy burden here, but it's ending. Let's see what else we get. Now, you've been having anxiety, and perhaps maybe it's still lingering with you a little bit. This is like waking up in the middle of the night with a worry. And it could be, and you might be having dreams. You know, the water signs in the astrology, those are people that usually have a very high sensitive psychic ability, a very strong intuition, because they're water signs. Water flows, and it's easier for those water sign people to pick up the energies of the flowing energies that float by or are directed towards you, whatever the situation is. But anyway, you probably should maybe write down any dreams that you're having if this is waking you up in the middle of the night, because you might find answers in that dream. Well, either you're looking for, maybe you're single at this point. You may be single and financially, you know, you're not overly abundant, but you have extra money to share with those if there's others that need it. But the most important thing about this card to me is this person has self-confidence, which is telling me that you do too, Pisces. You have that self-confidence within you where you can stand up against anything and still survive. And 10 of Cups. Now, this could be somebody that's narcissistic, meaning that they are ego-driven, or it could mean that somebody's just extremely happy. The Nine of Cups is a really happy card, but it also can mean it's like a dream come true. And I don't know what that means yet. And it is kind of mirroring the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So it could be that you feel like you've met somebody that's like a dream come true or something like that. It could be somebody single, or this could be you being single. I'm going to have to clarify here and see what we have. Oh, I forgot to show the bottom of the deck. Let's clarify the Five of Swords with the Nine of Swords in reverse. You got 2 nines on the board. I'm sorry, you've got 3 nines. 9, 9, and 9. That's interesting. I don't know what that means in numerology. If you guys do, will you make a note of it in the description box below, the comment box. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me that you've been stuck. But you know what I really think it's all about? There's something that you're making yourself feel stuck about. I mean, granted, I can see, you know, getting rid of people in your life that just don't help you. They're not part of you. They don't blend with you. And you've been feeling stuck with that, but I'm guessing because you've been cutting people out, now you're starting to feel that relief of the Eight of Swords, meaning that this is like at the final stage of feeling that stuckness, that stagnation, not being able to see a way out of a situation. You were able to get that done with cutting people out. And that this Nine of Swords also is diminishing of the anxiety. So you're on a good path. Whatever it is you're doing at this point, it's hard cutting people out, but it's helping you feel better, relieving you of mental stress, because this is all about mental stress. It's like you do it to yourself. It's like self-sabotaging. It's like you set yourself up for some kind of mental anguish. I don't know why people do that, but some people do. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Cups in the upright. Now there's somebody you've had to leave behind. I always say that, you know, there's 3 cups that are spilled and there's 2 behind you that you're not looking at. But it's like when it's in the reverse like this, it usually means, reverses usually mean things are getting smoother, everything is balancing. But I'm sorry to say, but with the 5 of Cups, this is telling me that this is even harsher than what you felt at the beginning. And it could have been just with you thinking about cutting people out, maybe you started feeling this energy, but once you actually cut them out, you're realizing how hard that was. And it's going to linger a little bit longer, I'm sorry to say. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, look at there. You have options. I think this card here is you. I feel like you've been released from a situation. It could have been marriage. It could have been, you know, a deep commitment with somebody, you know, romantic. Deep commitment. But with the 7 of Cups here, this is telling me, and it could have been a very burdensome, and maybe this person was who you were connected with, that now you realize that, you know, it wasn't worth the burden that you were going through. So now you have options. Now you have options, and you're looking at 7 different cups here. Make sure that when you're looking that you can see past this foggy mist, because these cups are usually filled with things that are not sustainable. They're not going to last. You might pick one cup and it might last a week. And it could be a person, a thing, or a place, or something on that order. So just be aware. Let this kind of be like a red flag. Use discernment. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups here. You may need to take some time out to rest. You may need to if you've gotten through a battle over here and you're still feeling that deep sorrow, loss, you probably should take a time out to do some meditation perhaps, or going deep within yourself and just relax. Take a few days off and just, if you need to, sleep. Just sleep to get rid of some of this excess energy that you've been burning up. Wow, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. This is a lot of energy. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 5 cards here that are all about burning up energy. You need to take some time out for sure. Because if you don't, you could get sick. This also talks about, you know, making sure that you don't get sick. Let's clarify the 2 of Cups. Oh, that was a heavy burden. You felt stabbed in the back. Now this is a 10 and this is a 10. So these are both endings. There was a partnership that you were in with somebody, and it was downright brutal. I mean, this is the energy you felt from this connection. You felt like you were just almost abused. Verbally. And mentally. Wow. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, look at there, nice. The sun will shine on you again. You just need to be a little bit more patient. The sun also, this is the happy card and this is a happy card. There's like 3 of them. I can't remember the third one, but these are the happy cards in the tarot deck. They all speak, well, this one in particular speaks about success. Whatever it is you're working for or aiming for is going to be successful. It also talks about letting your inner child out to play once in a while. Don't take life so serious. You know, don't do all this heavy thinking. You know, learn to let some of that go. Let that inner child come out and play and have fun. You know, find somebody that you do connect with and learn to, you know, the two of you possibly can learn to let your inner child out, because there's nothing more freer than that. Because it does talk about liberation as well. New beginnings, success, growth, new blessings, everything. Everything wonderful. Let's see what the universe has. The guardian of action. Now this would be, this is the King of Wands, the guardian of action. Action would be the wands. It says it's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Let's see what the angels and ancestors. Interesting. Animal guardian. Now the animal guardian, it says trust your instincts. That's like saying, like when you're making choices out of these cups, make sure you use your instincts. Don't just go for the first thing that pops up. Make sure you take the time to really use your discernment when you're looking at options. If it's people, for sure make sure you use your discernment. And that's the same as using your intuition. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that this helps. It's kind of harsh, but you know, it looks like it's on the mend, and that's the most important thing. 10s are endings. This 8 and this 9 of Swords is ending. It's in the final stages. You've already done some cutting. You've let people go, and that's a good thing. If it's dragging you down, get rid of them. I agree with you on that 100%. But please make sure you take the time to heal, because you've been through a lot. Oh my gosh, it's like a battle. Excuse me. It's been like a battle for you. All right, I will see you during the rest of the month of November, and until then, namaste.